The Dropbox TLV site is approaching its 5-year anniversary, and it's time to tell you how it all began. Back at the end of 2014, Dropbox and Cloudon were discussing the deal details and were doing initial preparations for the day after. Some folks from Israel were traveling to SF to interview, while Dropbox sent people to start planning what the Cloudon integration to Dropbox would look like. The SF visitors quickly found out that they are actually in the Holy Land, and the visiting Dropboxers' tradition to go to Jerusalem had begun. The big day had arrived, and the deal was publicly announced on January 21st, 2015, and got a lot of coverage in the Israeli media. The first onboarding team, Bo and Brian, were sent to Israel to teach the team the basic know-how. The only problem was that the Macs were stuck in the Israeli customs, so it was pretty hard to make real progress with onboarding. Finally, the Macs arrived, and with great excitement, everyone got their Dropbox computer, and the onboarding training could actually start. After the initial onboarding was conducted in Israel, we split the team into 2 groups, and everyone was sent for an onboarding phase in SF. This was the first exposure of the team to the Dropbox office at Berry Street, with its tuck shop, the Mint, the Lego room, and most importantly, the mail room, where a lot of goods from Amazon would be waiting in the future for the TLV Dropboxers to pick them up. The team was also discovering San Francisco and the area around it, the Golden Gate Bridge, Muir Woods, and equally as important, that the city has a decent basketball team. During the SF onboarding period, we had the unforgettable Documents and Workflows legendary dinner that ended at the Mint Club, where some people got a chance to demonstrate their singing talent. Omer, on the other hand, doesn't remember too much from that evening. The stream of visitors from SF to TLV was also increasing. Folks like Matt Eccleston, Matt Holden, Matt Spitz. Have you noticed that everyone was called Matt? A pleasant finding for our visitors was that the office was located just 5 minutes from the beach, and that contrary to SF, you could actually get in the water and survive. After a couple of months, Aditya Agrawal, Dropbox's VP of Engineering, arrived to visit, and we hosted our office opening event in Dana Kadia Hotel in Herzliya with all the TLV Dropboxers and many guests. We also had interviews with local press, getting some nice exposure in the media. An important branding milestone was creating the TLV Office logo by Adam and an SF designer. Today you can find the logo on t-shirts, hoodies, walls in the office, and more. Around the middle of 2015, we figured out that it makes sense to focus the team to work under Dropbox for Business, also known as DFB. This led over time to TLV being the main EPD team developing admin capabilities, as Dropbox's overall focus on mid-size and enterprise customers increased. Around that time, we had our first technical leader, Tzachi, and together with Tanay from Product, they played an important role in the coordination with the SF teams. At some point, we understood that we need to hire more people. Easier said than done, as we had to learn from scratch how the hiring process in Dropbox works, which wasn't an easy exercise at all. Our first career fair event was quite an experience. A, we felt like rock stars, as many students were telling us with tears how helpful Dropbox was during their studies. And B, everyone likes Dropbox t-shirts. We started the day with 500 t-shirts and left without a single one. Finally, on July of 2015, we made our first hire, Idanai Win. As we became Dropboxers, we started to get to know the various Dropbox traditions, such as people like drinking, preferably from a huge beer mug. Cupcake is more than a cake, it's a company value. You don't need to buy clothes anymore, not even for your kids. After months of preparations, TLV got its first local technical leaders, Adam and Gal. This was a game changer and influenced a lot of the team execution in the coming year. 2015 ended up being a very exciting and intensive year, full of new experiences with a great Amazing Grace activity which was quite symbolic. 2016 started with EPD Hack Week and the tradition of US designers joining the TLV team to help deliver awesome projects. Thanks E, Zach, and Sarah for establishing this tradition. We also got nice coverage in Life Inside Dropbox. On April 2016, United Airlines started the direct flight between SF and TLV. This was a huge improvement for people traveling between the two offices. The first flight to SF was a unique flying convention, with many leaders from the Israeli tech scene. The collaboration with our product and design peers in SF, Tanay, Rohan, Anna, E, and Zach, was top priority for the TLV team and helped a lot with the team's 2016 achievements. On July of 2016, Dropbox introduced Admin X, new ways to securely manage collaboration at scale. The first wave of admin features was released to our enterprise customers. Another wave of admin features was released a couple of months later, and with this, Dropbox made significant progress with serving its large business customers. It was a pleasant surprise to get a greeting card from Drew and Arash and other Dropbox executives, recognizing the TLV team's contribution for Dropbox business. Hiring talented engineers was essential for the site's success, but we also had to find great managers and build our leadership muscles. Meet Gal Z, the man and the magic. Company Hack Week that year was a great experience, with funny cartoons, amazing projects, and someone that built a Space Invaders game. One of the more famous TLV traditions was the Pink Weeks, the end-of-the-year period which for TLV became a unique combination of work, learning workshops, and fun events. We started 2017 by adding a new space to our office in Herzliya. The new space was designed to be Dropboxy, and opening it was a great celebration, as it allowed us to continue to grow the team. Just like other Dropbox offices, we too celebrated Dropbox's 10-year anniversary, and in our case, not surprisingly, it was a beach party with volleyball, surfing, and a lot of beer. Once Dropbox staff gave the green light, together with the real estate and office teams, we started searching for our new offices. As the search progressed, we had two main alternatives, Sarona Israeli Tower and Alon Towers. Luckily, we landed on the Sarona option. As a Python powerhouse, it was natural that we sponsor PyCon IL 2017. Jessica McKellar gave a talk, and also our very own Alon and Itzik educated the audience. The highlights of 2017 Hack Week were two projects that had a big influence on life in the office. Ariel led a team that built an arcade machine called Dropbox in Space. And Itai and his team built a diplomacy game board. The first diplomacy game that was played in the office lasted almost a year. In 2018 started with having our own full-time office manager, Orna, or should we say Super Orna. Finally, the big day arrived, and on March 18th, we moved to our new offices in Israeli Sarona Tower on the 44th floor. The interior design is fantastic, and the view from the office's windows is amazing. This was a real game changer for the TLV team in many aspects, and we felt it was a unique moment in the site's history. This magical week continued with the biggest event in Dropbox history, Dropbox's IPO, which took place on Friday, March the 23rd. The official office opening event took place on May 15th with Dropbox's CTO Quentin Clark talking to the local media and hosting an event with many friends of the TLV site. This was a great thing for the site branding and our exposure in the Israeli tech industry. PSR 2018 has set the direction for increasing the focus on enterprise customers and triggering strategic initiatives like Federation. Our product and design peers from SF arrived for an offsite in the TLV office, which laid the foundations for everything the team built over the next year. Thanks Rohan, Arthur, Anna, Jenny, Waleed, Paul, Charlotte, Nick, and Gloria for being such great partners, and an example for true collaboration between remote teams. You are the best! On September, we hosted the Dropbox Developers Day in the TLV office. Together with the BizDev and Developers Relations team, we organized an event for more than 60 local developers and partners. Omer, the TLV Hack Week hero, amazed us with the Dynamic Land project, demonstrating the power of this innovative human-computer interface. Over the years, Omer contributed to Dropbox Paper several impactful features that started as Hack Week projects. Kudos, Omer! In 2018, the TLV team started to build its relationships with the other EMEA offices, and the highlight was sending a TLV delegation to the EMEA 2019 event. Adam joined Lynn to present an award for EMEA Dropboxers, and Meir presented EPD's plans for 2019. In the summer of 2018, we ran our first internship program with the talented interns Meital and Ori. Investing in TLV Site's branding is a continuous effort, and together with Nick and Tom from the EMEA Comms team and our local PR agency, we looked for opportunities to share Dropbox and the TLV Site story. The biggest change in the TLV Site during 2018 was by far moving from 0 female software developers in Q4 2017 to having Natalie, Daniela, Dafna, Noy, Reuti Didim, Meital, and Rina as 2018 came to an end. Together with the rest of the women in the office, TLV finally had girl power. One of TLV Site's major diversity initiatives was to collaborate with Queen Bee, a non-profit organization with the mission to bring junior high school girls closer to the programming and computer science world. Besides becoming a Queen Bee sponsor, the TLV Dropboxers were contributing to multiple Queen Bee events, from mentoring in the annual hackathon to hosting Queen Bee's instructors in our offices. After 4 years at Dropbox, the TLV Site had its first staff engineer promotion, Asaf, for his significant contributions to the Dropbox Front-End Foundation. Dropbox's internal comms newsletter, 99plus, did its first team spotlight on our own team audit log. Thanks, Joanne, for driving this 99plus post demonstrating your deep empathy for the team and great collaboration. From the moment Orna brought the table tennis to the office, it became the team's most popular game, and a ruthless competition evolved between Alon and Tomer, fighting for recognition as the best table tennis player in the office. Unsurprisingly, each of them prepared a costume to glorify themselves. The biggest involvement of the site in 2019 was starting to build the TLV product and design teams. With Moran as product lead, Yael as design lead, and Gal and Effie as the first design and product ICs, we have laid the foundations for a strong local product and design team. 2019 EPD Hack Week was unique in the collaboration between the TLV team and the EMEA SA team. For the first time ever, the two teams joined forces in defining and building the one-click migration project, addressing a real customer pain point. Adam Nash, Dropbox's VP of Product, visited the TLV site and was one of the keynote speakers in the Marker 2019 Innovation Conference, talking about designing the future of work. The most moving moment of the year goes to hosting in our office Queen Bee's first Tel Aviv class with 40 high school girls, hearing from Rina and Meital their personal story, and attending the Queen Bee annual hackathon with over 200 high school girls from all over the country. September 25th marked Dropbox's biggest event in years, the Work in Progress User Conference, where Dropbox shared with the world the Smart Workspace category and several significant product announcements. Among the announcements was the release of several key features for IT administrators. Enterprise Console, Quick Actions, and Legal Hold were all developed by the TLV team through 2019. Moran did an amazing job covering these features as part of the event keynote session. The time has come, and after close to 5 years, Meir is passing the torch to the new TLV site lead, Jonathan, ex-Autodesk site lead and an entrepreneur with love for a great whiskey. Congrats and best of luck, Jonathan. There are so many people to thank for their contribution and support helping to evolve the TLV site over the years, but a special thank you goes to the following people: Aditya Agarwal and Thomas Tito Carriero for onboarding the team to Dropbox. Matt Eccleston for making TLV a key player in the Dropbox business offering and the office move decision. Matt Spitz, Viraj Modi, and Greg Conklin, the remote EPD site leads, for their good advice over the years. Quentin Clark and Eddie Fong for their trust in the team and the huge progress on the enterprise front. Heather Dunn and Emil Ibrishimov for their continuous support, empathy, and great collaboration. Klotz for making Aliyah, bringing the site tons of energy and essential knowledge. Our SF product and design partners for all the great things we've built together and the fun we had doing so. Adrian Gormley and Paolo Rodriguez for bringing TLV closer to GBO and the rest of EMEA. And for Chef Brian and Svika, who made sure we have a great food experience in the TLV office. Last but not least, to the whole TLV team for its dedication, loyalty, and the unique culture you've built over the years. One can only imagine all the great things that the TLV site will achieve in the next 5 years.